little video. Hi, Mr. President. It is an honor. Trans rights are human rights. Oh, it's a video.
Are we topless at the White House?
Let's get into it. So, I will say that I am very surprised that the White House chose to speak out on the transgender motherfucker bearing the breast on the property. White House bans trans activists for a topless photo at a pride event. Rose Montoya, a trans model and activist, said she was living her truth and wasn't trying to be vulgar or profane. It's kids on the property, dog. It's kids on the property, bro. Come on now. But you know, these fools think they can go out here and do whatever, wherever, however, and they won't be held accountable, right? Because it's untouchable. So I'm surprised the White House speaking out against this. They banned for come back on the property, right? This is that person. The White House said a transgender model will be banned from future events due to photos and videos that show the tatas out on South Lawn during the LGBTQ Pride Month celebration on Saturday. That's one thing though, like what is it with nudity and pride events? Like why do those things seem to go hand in hand? And then on top of that, y'all want kids around and stuff. Like y'all want to make y'all own rules and shit. That's why motherfuckers don't like y'all right now. You know what I mean? Y'all impose y'all will, don't want to be held accountable, don't want no clap back in y'all with the kids. Why is it that y'all always having the something out, right? It's always got to be sexualized. But anyway, Rose Montoya, a trans model and activist, was among hundreds invited by the Biden administration to mark Pride Month, which is observed every June. Trying to get that vote. Montoya shared a video from the event on Instagram that features a clip of her standing in front of the White House topless and covering her nipples with her hands. Boom. So you see it there. White House said, we're not playing that. You got the tatas out. You can't come back. I fucks with it. But, you know, we're not here for that. We're here for this nonsense right here.
It has recently come to my attention that conservatives are trying to use the video of me topless at the White House to try to call the community groomers, etc. And I would just like to say that, first of all, going topless in Washington, D.C. is legal. And I fully support the movement in freeing the nipple, because why is my chest now deemed inappropriate or illegal when I show it off? However, before coming out as trans, it was not. All you're doing is affirming that I am a woman. All you're doing is saying that trans women are women, because for some reason, people like to sexualize women's bodies and say that they are inappropriate.
So clearly this person is trying to do damage control, but it ain't working because out here are not that stupid. You are the one contradicting yourself, right? Because you want to be treated as a woman, and that is what the White House is doing. They're treating you as a woman. So the fact that you feel like it's okay for you to put your breasts out there or your titties out there, whatever you want to call them, proves that you yourself don't believe that you're a woman or should be considered as a woman, because you don't want to be held accountable as a woman, because you know at the end of the day, your ass is a man, right? That's what you just said. It wasn't a problem then when I was a man, but now that I'm a woman, it's a problem. That's how it should be if you're a woman, right? They're essentially doing what you want them to do. But now since they're doing what you want them to do, it's a problem, because you don't want to be painted as a bad person. You're definitely grooming. There's kids out there who don't need to be seeing that shit. And then the whole thing in DC, it's legal for nips to be out. Man, whatever. whatever. You know, society frowns upon girls having their tatas out. It is what it is. So don't be trying to change the societal response to something like that based on however your feeling is about it. You know that it's not approved for fools to be having their titties out. Right? Especially since you want to be accepted as a woman, you should act like a woman should act and not have your fucking titties out at the White House. Bruh.
My trans masculine friends were showing off their top surgery scars and living in joy, and I wanted to join them. And because it is perfectly within the law in Washington, D.C., I decided to join them and cover my nipples just to play it safe.
Talking out your ass. Talking out your ass. All you gotta do, bro, is say, I fucked up. My bad. It won't happen again. I thought it would. Maybe it's because, maybe it's due to the fact that this is what y'all do. Y'all get naked when y'all hold events. So this is just like normal behavior. But this is the White House, right? You could have said that. But you coming up with all this bullshit, right? My trans masculine friends. So I'm assuming it's like a woman that's change into a man, and cool, they can have the chest out because they are living as men, so their chest should be accepted by society. Yours is not, right? But you coming up with an excuse to want to have your shit out when they have their shit out. Y'all not the same, up. So you trying to conflate the societal response of women walking around bare-breasted with women living as men having their chest out because they can have their chest out because they're trying to live as men. You in here doing some nonsense. All your ass was doing some LGBTQ naked shit, and you coming up with all this shit out your ass to justify why the fuck you did what you did, which is the main damn problem. Y'all folks think y'all are untouchable, and can't nobody say nothing to y'all. White House said we ain't playing that shit. You're not welcome back.
Because I wanted to be fully free and myself. I had zero intention of trying to be vulgar or be profane in any way. I was simply living in joy, living my truth, and existing in my body.
Hey, pedophiles do the same thing. They live in their truth. They do what they do. Should it be accepted because they're living in their truth? Should they be able to do whatever they want to do with these children because that's their truth? No, that's not the world we live in. Again, you think you're untouchable. Can't nobody say nothing to you. What type of fucker out here looking like a woman with woman looking, whatever this is meant to look woman like? What type of fucker is going to expose that shit? Even having it was covered around kids. It's grooming. Children don't need to see that. They see that and normalizing that behavior to the kids. So you talking about I didn't want to come across as vulgar and da. You living selfishly and you know it's gonna come across as vulgar. So we don't want to hear that shit. I'm done.